Well, he makes the first foul shot, and Bryant has just moved his free throw percentage up. You were talking about you like his style. November shoots 58%, December 69%, January 81%.
Well, that comes
He's
from
getting better and better.
That also comes from getting in shape, getting his weight down, and his legs are there. He's not tired as much in the later part of the games, and that's when you start missing your free throws when you don't have the legs.
Well, he makes 1 of 2 and comes away with a grimace on his face as Eric Murdoch, the former Milwaukee Buck earlier this year, comes into the contest. And Eric played well December 3rd in losing to the Bucks as he scored 13 points, dished 8 assists, and also had 5 steals in the game. There is Eric Murdoch. Played 3 years here, had some stellar seasons.
And he wants to play well tonight, too. He knows this is the team that traded him, and you always have those special feelings when you come back to the team that traded you away. It's like playing against your little brother. You want to really play well.
Particularly in this community. His best year was 93-94, averaging 15 points and 7 assists. And the free throw is good by the big dog, and we are tied at 25 with 55 seconds remaining, first period. Murdoch on a skates forecourt, and he'll be defended by Sherman Douglas. Here goes Eric. Beautiful pass to Reeves for the slam, and Big Country's got 9.
Well, the guys know they have the confidence in Big Country now. Great assist by Eric Murdoch. You get the ball to him, he's going to get his hands on it and catch it.
Douglas hits, and it ties the game at 27, and that will ensure the Bucks of getting the basketball back for the last shot of the period. Unless, of course, Vancouver can come up with a rebound and an offensive miss.
Oh, great pass.
And Doug Edwards can't finish. Finn Baker taps it to himself. 13 seconds remaining, and Baker says, let's go for the final shot. Terry Cummings in the game, the veteran who played for Milwaukee in the mid-'80s. Baker. Oh, he got too deep and missed it off the front of the iron. At the end of 1 period of play, Brian Winters feeling a little better about the way they're playing tonight than back on December 3rd.
Air Canada to London. Daily. Non-stop.
Traveling to Vancouver for a Canucks or Grizzlies game or to see Showboat? There's no better place to stay than the Georgian Court Hotel. Located just 1 block from General Motors Place, amenities range from exquisite gourmet dining in the legendary William Tell to a more casual, upbeat atmosphere in the sports bar and grill. The 4-star Georgian Court Hotel will ensure that you have a perfect stay. Package rates start at $89. Call your local travel agent or the hotel direct.
Good luck, George. Throughout time, visionaries have dreamed of technologies that would take them into the future. Now at RE/MAX real estate offices, that dream is a reality. Through our satellite TV network and online services, RE/MAX is using today's best technology to meet your real estate goals for tomorrow.
George, you did it!
I only wish there were an easy way to reach RE/MAX.
Well, you could surf the net.
Air Canada to Hong Kong. 3 weekly non-stops. Air Canada. Welcome to our world.
Working together, Vancouver's got a new thing going on. Yeah. Sears and the Grizzlies, team for the future, coming on strong. We set our sights and now we're aiming even higher. Together we'll show the world what we can do. Sears and Vancouver, bringing the Grizzlies to you. That's why people expect more from Sears.
Air Canada flies more people to the USA than any other airline from Canada.
We begin the second quarter with Eric Murdoch returning to his old stomping grounds in Milwaukee for our Monk's dish of the game. Check this out. Driving the middle and dishing off to Brian Big Country Reeves for a one-handed slam. And Eric Murdoch will be Milwaukee basketball when we come back. 6 minutes, 44 seconds to play here in the first half.
One song I had but once one song only for you, one heart tenderly beating, ever entreating, constant and true.
So not only are we a rock band, but we're a Scottish rock band too. We're Scottish, and so are you. Kilkenny, Scottish Columbia's bonniest brew bevy that ever breathed the breath on a bonny brew like neck to neck, don't you know?
BCTV's top story tonight. Prepare for the big dig out.
For the most part, I think everyone is going to be covered by between 5 and 15 centimeters.
And tomorrow, a drug to kill the craving for alcohol. News for BC tomorrow on the News Hour.
Milwaukee has a 3-point lead. Oh, the weather in British Columbia may be frightful, but the next game looks delightful. It's the Vancouver Grizzlies and the Chicago Bulls and the unbelievable number 23, Michael Jordan. That is a 5:30 West Coast time right here on BCTV. Check this out. For those of you who went to General Motors Place back in December to watch Michael Jordan play, he was phenomenal in the fourth quarter. Milwaukee entering the basketball quickly to Marty Conlon scores, and that makes it 37-32 Milwaukee. And I'm not sure Kenny Goddison got hit underneath, but they're stopping play. And Troy Wenzel runs out to visit with the injured forward.
He's dangling his shoulder like that. Usually when that happens, that means some kind of a jam or maybe a slight separation. When you see a guy walking off with his right arm dangling, that's not good.
6:39 remaining, and Gaddison is going straight to the locker room, and that is not a good sign. Exclusive coverage of Vancouver Grizzlies basketball is brought to you by IBM Canada Limited, a proud founding sponsor of the Vancouver Grizzlies. Shoppers Drug Mart, your exclusive Slam Seats ticket outlet. And by McDonald's, official restaurant of the NBA and proud partner with the Vancouver Grizzlies.
New prints from Bounty Medleys. They're Bounty's most colorful country prints ever. They're the pretty pick-you-upper. And they're 50% longer than Jumbo Bounty. So many country designs to choose from. And they're more colorful than ever before.
The pretty pick-you-upper.
New prints from Bounty Medleys.
McDonald's asks, how close do you want to get to your NHL heroes? This close? This close? Or this close? McDonald's brings you limited edition Pinnacle 3D NHL hockey cards. Collect all 41 NHL stars in eye-popping 3D technology. They're as close as you can get to your NHL heroes, but not too close. Pack of 3, just 49 cents with any drink purchase. Only at McDonald's.
Gillette's revolutionary clear gel antiperspirant. Not a stick, a soft gel that goes through underarm hair to the skin surface where wetness begins. For powerful protection, Gillette Clear Gel Antiperspirant.
Experience the Gillette $25,000 mystery adventure at Universal Studios, Florida, where you and 19 friends could see the stars and ride the movies. Fly with Canadian Holidays, Canada's best tour operator. Win cash. Enter where Gillette products are sold.
Game. Well, how about a look at some milestones in basketball? Brought to you by that great restaurant, Milestones. Familiar foods with a unique twist, open for lunch, brunch, and dinner. Which member of the Vancouver Grizzlies led the Milwaukee Bucks in rebounding during his rookie season? We'll come back and answer that in a moment.
Tonight we're going to talk a little about the three-point shooting.
A three-pointer by Byron Scott.
As you know, it's an important part of the NBA game, and a very exciting part, may I add. You've seen Blue Edwards, you've also seen Byron Scott, you've seen Greg Anthony take the ball from behind the three-point line right here, which is 22 feet to the center of the goal. And they consistently make outside shots which give you 3 points.
Fires for three. Bingo!
Now, did you know this, though? If I shoot the ball from behind the three-point line and release it and land in the two-point area, it is still a three-point shot. But if I then take a shot from the two-point area, in this situation, the two-point area, and shoot the ball and land in the three-point area, it is only a two-point shot.
He's got it, and he's fouled by Murdoch.
I shoot the ball, and in the act of my shooting the ball, I am fouled. I get 3 free throws at the foul line. But if I make this shot, the three-point shot behind the line, and I get fouled, I make the shot, I only get 1 foul shot, which would make a 4-point play possible in the NBA.
And Brian Winters hit 2 4-point plays his days with the Milwaukee Bucks. We're back at the Bradley Center in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And let's take a look at our Sears slam dunk of the first half. Greg Anthony to Big Country, and he slams home 2 of his 11 first half points. We'll come back and talk more halftime right after this on BCTV. Welcome back to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where the Bucks have a 3-point lead on the Vancouver Grizzlies, 49-46. For the Grizzlies, Greg Anthony has been their leading scorer this year, averaging 17 points per game. In the first half, he had 10 points and 6 assists. Let's take a look at Greg Anthony.
Starting at guard in his 5th NBA season from UNLV, number 2, Greg Anthony.
It means a great deal to me every night I take the court. When they call my name in the starting lineup, and I hear the, the applause from the fans. I don't think they really realize how much that means to me. To have that here, every night, that's something I don't take for granted.
Greg Anthony wants the floor to be spread. He's going to be in the middle, and he's going to try to create something here.
What I try to bring is, a lot of intensity each and every night.
Here he goes. Yes.
And hopefully, fire the other guys up somewhat and get them to come out and play with the same amount of intensity. And that's what I try to do, just play with a lot of fire.
Without him, number one, leading us on the court, I think we wouldn't, I don't know if we could even have 7 wins at this point in time.
Here comes Anthony, 32 points the other night. Fires for 3, bingo!
Number 2, I think off the court, he's been a positive representative for the Grizzlies in all the right ways. He has his foundation, he does some good things for children, does clinics, etc.
Yeah, if you need 2 hands, use 2 hands.
I think it's good that young people see a role model like Greg Anthony and see what he's become and where he's come from, and he is a good role model.
And I just always felt, hey, if I was ever in an opportunity or in a position where I could go and give a little bit back and maybe make it a little lighter, a little brighter in someone else's life, I would try and do so. Well, my mother had a tremendous amount of influence, probably more so than some others, because I don't have a father. Well, I obviously have one, but I don't know my father, nor have ever seen him. So my mother was, both parents for me, and she raised me the best way she knew how. And, I like to think she did a very good job. She allowed me to grow as a person. She was not a harsh disciplinarian. She just said very few words, but the ones she did say were very, very meaningful and had, as I said, a great deal of influence upon me. For the most part, I've been very blessed in my life, very happy with where I am at this stage in my life. And if I'm fortunate enough to spend the rest of my career here, you won't see a frown on my face.
And Michael, a lot of those qualities we see from Greg Anthony came out in the first half. He is definitely a leader on this basketball team. 10.6 assists, and the team just is more under control when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy every coach wants on his team because he accepts the responsibility of being the quarterback on the floor. He leads by example in practice, and he goes out there and tries to be a leader of these young men, and that's the kind of play you need from your point guard because he's control of the action on the floor.
Right now, the Grizzlies find themselves down by 3 points, but let's take a look at the rest of the scores from out of town. And the first one we have for you is Atlanta leading the world champion Houston Rockets 93-85. Now, if Houston loses that game and San Antonio wins, the San Antonio Spurs will have a game-and-a-half lead on the Rockets. Let's check out how the Spurs are doing tonight. As the last time we saw, they were up by 6 points, 81-75 in the fourth period.
Well, the Heat have been struggling with injuries, and the Rockets are missing Mario Elie right now, so they've got to get healthy too.
We're at the half, where Milwaukee leads Vancouver 49-46.
Just a reminder, Labatt Genuine Draft goes down easy because it's real draft.
The best way to survive a grizzly attack is to play dead. The best way to watch one is to buy your tickets at Shoppers Drug Mart. Tickets now on sale at selected Shoppers. Grizzlies versus New Jersey, Friday, February 2nd.
McDonald's asks, how close do you want to get to your NHL heroes? This close? This close? Or this close? McDonald's brings you limited edition Pinnacle 3D NHL hockey cards. Collect all 41 NHL stars in eye-popping 3D technology. They're as close as you can get to your NHL heroes, but not too close. Pack of 3, just 49 cents with any drink purchase. Only at McDonald's.
Hey, Benny! What do they call these shoes anyway?
Air Penny.
So who you guys playing tonight anyway?
Minnesota.
Oh, Los Lobos! I guess you're going for the big numbers tonight, huh? Now I want you to work them inside, work them outside. I'm sensing triple-double here. Now, Penny, I want you to say hello to my man Kevin Garnett.
Kevin Garnett?
Yeah, Garnett. We went to high school together. Tell him little Penny from the science club says hello. Can you do that for a brother?
Just a reminder, Labatt Genuine Draft goes down easy because it's real draft.
Gravity. There's bullfrogs, bullfights, bull markets. Then there's the bulls. Here's Ernest, here's Hairness, and the Pip go one-on-one against our own Vancouver Grizzlies. One last chance to bring Mr. Jordan down to earth. Sports for BC, the Grizz, the Bulls, 5:30 Wednesday, BC TV.
Financial experts can be a little wooden.
In many provinces, it's against the law to be that boring.
Michael Campbell is turning money talk on its head. Hot stocks, great ideas, million-dollar companies, the inside scoop. It's not ordinary TV. It's Michael Campbell's Money Talk TV. 5 Sundays.
Grizzlies, after their 9th win of the year, are down to Milwaukee 49-46 here at the Bradley Center in Milwaukee. Steve Physiak along with Michael Thompson. We do have an update for you on Kenny Gaddison's injury. Apparently he experienced a pinched nerve in his neck, will not return tonight. How will that affect the play in the second half?
Well, it definitely disrupts Brian Winters' rotation that he wanted to use. That means Eric Mobley will have to switch over from center position, play more big forward. And anytime you lose a veteran of Kenny Gaddison's experience and leadership, that's going to hurt you. I don't care if he comes in and scores no points and no rebounds. Just having him on the floor is a nice comfort zone for the Grizzlies.
Well, right now, Vancouver doing very well from guard down a low post, and they're doing it through the middle. Greg Anthony, as we take a look at this pass, and Eric Murdoch on this dish.
The Bucks are soft in the middle, and right now the Grizzlies are taking advantage of that. Nice dish inside the big country, who has very good hands. He's going to catch everything you throw to the big guy. And here's Greg Anthony on top of the key, playing quarterback. Boom, he sees his tight end, big country wide open. Nice dunk by the big fella, showing his leaping ability to get up in the air on that one.
And our IBM halftime stats, the one thing that is impressive is the number of rebounds Vancouver has, 20 to 20 for Milwaukee, but the foul shooting has hurt them, 5 for 11. Bucks 11 of 12.
Yeah, this is a 74% shooting foul shooting team, so one of the better ones in the league. So you don't want to put these guys on the line too much because they will take advantage of it.
Our Nike leading scorers first half, Blue Edwards. You see that bald-headed Blue with 13 points. Brian Big Country Reeves with the flat top 11. And another baldy Greg Anthony has 10. Vin Baker with 10. Sherman Douglas with 10. Johnny Newman has 8. You talked about Vin Baker and Glenn Robinson. The defense was very good from King, Avent, and others as Robinson and Baker had to get their 17 points on 4 of 12 shooting from the floor.
You can look at this two ways. Vin Baker was held from 2 of 7 shooting. Glenn Robinson 2 of 5, and yet they still lead by 3 points. So if you're Mike Dunleavy, you're thinking, well, our big guys didn't go out and kill the Grizzlies in the first half, but yet we still have the lead, so that's a good sign for the Bucks. The Grizzlies have to look at it like, hey, we've held down the 2 big guns the first half. Let's see if we can do it again in the second half and give ourselves a chance to win this game.
Well, Big Country will be at the post. He has Avent, who he had his arm around, coming out of the floor at the power forward. Chris King starts at the small forward. Backcourt goes Blue Edwards and Greg Anthony. Benoit Benjamin gets fouled down low. And let's see if the personal foul goes against Chris King. If it does, it will be his 3rd. You remember that milestones question? Which member of the Vancouver Grizzlies led the Bucks in rebounds during his rookie season? How about Anthony Avent? 6.2 rebounds per game. Some great restaurants. I don't think Anthony Avent. I think I saw him at Milestones not too long ago. Wayne Holm is the owner. His 2 sons are outstanding skiers as they go skiing at Blackcomb many times, and hope to see Wayne next week in Blackcomb.
That's right. You're going to do a little skiing yourself, huh?
Yes, I am. I hope I don't fall down too much.
Don't break anything, you know. We don't want to have to broadcast the games without you.
Oh, you want more airtime all the time.
Hey, man, maybe we're onto something there.
You're going to set up a screen in front of my jumps.
A tree, right.
Anthony Avent missing off the left. Benoit Benjamin outlet pass to Sherman Douglas. He had 6 assists in the first half to go with 10 assists.
Now you don't want to let the Bucks get off to a big start here. You want to try to match these guys basket for basket.
Benjamin misses long. Avent rebounding. Here goes Greg, but he's blocked by Sherman Douglas.
Oh, shoot that, Big Country. That's your shot. And Anthony threw that ball out to him. He should have just shot it.
We kind of slide it over towards that wing, and they passed it. I thought almost one too many, but Chris King slides it in.
Good ball movement, like you said, by the Grizzlies, but they passed up 2 shots on those shots, and sometimes you overpass it and create a turnover.
Yeah, that time Country kind of faded off to the wing and had an open 18-footer, but he thought Avent was closer.
And Big Country, as he gets more experience, will realize that is his move, and he'll be looking for that shot, just like Jack Sickman of the Seattle Sonics and Milwaukee Bucks used to do. There's the passing on the other end here. Anthony Avent has a shot, and he sees a cutting Chris King going. The ball was actually blocked by Big Benoit Benjamin, but it still crept into the basket anyway. Things are going the Grizzlies' way to start this second half here.
Now for Milwaukee, it will be Vin Baker and Glenn Robinson on the front line. Postman is Benoit Benjamin, and the guards Johnny Newman and Sherman Douglas.
And you can look for Glenn Robinson and Vin Baker to really go after it offensively tonight in the second half, because they both had a subpar first half for them, so they'll be looking to get their points.
Blue Edwards getting it back to Greg Anthony. The passing strong by Vancouver as we open the second half until they forced it to Chris King on that baseline. 10 minutes, 10 seconds to play third period. Grizzlies down 3. Robinson going baseline to score. And Glenn Robinson now has 9 points to go with Vin Baker's 10.
Chris King has got to cut that off. He's quicker than Glenn Robinson with his foot speed, so he should not allow Glenn Robinson to go around him. But Glenn is so good with the outside shot. When he pump fakes it, you have to sort of go for the fake.
Country with a strong move in. He scores and has a chance for 3.
That was a strong move, because he just moved Benoit Benjamin out of the way with his left elbow and was able to go up and power over Benoit. Watch this. Watch his left elbow come in here. Get out of the way. And he just goes up with that nice little jump hook. Good move by Big Country. He's getting better and better by the week, showing more and more aggression in the paint.
And Brian Winters talking about the improvement of Brian Reeves as Benoit Benjamin picks up his 4th foul and now must come out of the game.
Benoit is not happy, too. I think he's mad at Mike Dunleavy for bringing him out of the game.
Since the trade, big improvement by the new province in BC. It doesn't mean British Columbia. It means big country.
The new province, huh? What is that? Are there 10 provinces in
Yes.
Canada? So we've got
Now.
11 now, according to Steve Fiziak.
Well, here's Sherman Douglas backing down Greg Anthony, who is a very fine defender. Glenn Robinson trying to take Chris King, who is an excellent defensive player. And again, a knee to the back of a low post player, and they're calling the foul against Anthony Avon, and that will be his second personal.
Anthony Avon doing the old knee to the rear end defensive move there. You can't ride the guy like that. You have to give him some room to post up in there and establish position.
Vin Baker having trouble with Anthony Avon, but beating Greg Anthony badly with Sherman Douglas, and he now has 12 points.
Yeah, Greg got caught staring at the ball to see what was going to happen if it went inside to Baker. And Sherman Douglas did the right thing. He saw Greg Anthony's head turn and just broke to the basket and was wide open. You got to keep your eye on the ball and your man at all times. A fundamental move in defense.
Found the open man in Chris King. And Chris King with a 2 outside to pull the Grizzlies to within 2 points at 55-53.
It's good to see him knock that one down after the 2 air balls he shot from the outside, so he still has that confidence.
And Brian Winters runs his offense through the post in Big Country, finding the open man. Vin Baker. Missing. Blue Edwards spears that rebound high over the rim. Greg Anthony is fouled, I believe, by Sherman Douglas. Yes, it is against Sherman Douglas, the veteran. And that is only the first foul on Sherman Douglas in the game. With 8:31 remaining in this period, the Grizzlies have a chance to tie the game with a pair of free throws here.
They're doing the right thing by just hanging around, not letting the Milwaukee Bucks build any kind of momentum or a big lead. That's what you want to do on the road. Just keep things close.
Those numbers by Greg Anthony, outstanding. 17 points per game. He barely averaged 6 as the backup point guard to the New York Knicks last year.
A lot of guys in this league just need an opportunity. Big Country just needed an opportunity to come out and start and be the main guy, and look how he's responded. Greg Anthony, even though he's a veteran, he just needed an opportunity too, and he's making the most of it.
Here's the big dog, and Chris King with the steal. Ahead to Greg Anthony. Anthony will take it left and score.
Yeah, good move by Greg Anthony. Used his body that time to shield the ball, and so Big Dog couldn't come over and try to block it, even though he was going against this much smaller man.
Anthony has 14 points. Vancouver in front for the first time since they led 5-4 in the first period. Here's Sherman Douglas. No. Country tries to tap it to himself and gets it to Blue Edwards. And they've got a break 3-on-1. It goes into the hands of Chris King, who slams down 2.
That's right. That's what happens, baby. You get a little momentum going. Pick up the defense, pick up the intensity, and you see the results. Now the Grizzlies are taking a 4-point lead, baby.
Jimmy, 365 days a year.
Think traction control. Think shock absorbers. Think air conditioning. Think stainless steel emission system. Whatever you buy, think to use your GM Visa card. You won't pay an annual fee, and you will earn 5% of everything you spend towards a new GM car or truck. Cup holders, now you're thinking.
Chevron puts the octane number right on the pump, so it's easy to deduce which gasoline is right for your vehicle. Moriarty, are you still out there? You never write, you never call.
Chevron, your town pump.
If it's big in sports, it's on BCTV. The Grizzlies live all season long, tracking down all the best the NBA can offer. Another Sports for BC presentation on BCTV, official broadcaster of General Motors Place.
Vancouver on an 8-0 run the last 65 seconds, and that leads us right to our McDonald's fast break. Look at the action by Big Country. Taps it right to the right man, Blue Edwards.
Big Country doing a little pirouette on the baseline. Saves the ball from going out of bounds. Results in a fast break dunk the other way by Chris King. I tell you, now the Grizzlies put the Milwaukee Bucks, make them wake up and realize, hey, we got a game here, fellas. We got to get it going. Not a good.
The best way to survive a grizzly attack is to play dead. The best way to watch one is to buy your tickets at Shoppers Drug Mart. Tickets now on sale at selected Shoppers. Grizzlies versus New Jersey, Friday, February 2nd.
The 1996 Pontiac Sunfire Coupe. If you're serious about driving, your next car's a Sunfire. 14,488. Action figures not included. Catch it at your BC Pontiac dealers. The 1996 Pontiac Sunfire Coupe. If you're serious about excitement, your next car's a Sunfire. 14,488. Racetrack sold separately. Catch it at your BC Pontiac dealers.
Yo, let's talk flips. Top Stadium Club Extreme Fastball 95. TSC is just the choice cuts. Juice with inserts like the Mailman and Sir Charles living in the power zone. And check out Big Dog and Mash. Laser cut on the Bean King. Reggie versus Starks. Kenny versus Penny. They're going nose to nose. They're nemesis. Top Stadium Club. Julius Math and Info. Solid snap and slamming subsets. It's basketball in extreme.
12 cards per pack.
BCTV's top story tonight. Prepare for the big dig out.
For the most part, I think everyone is going to be covered by between 5 and 15 centimeters.
And tomorrow, a drug to kill the craving for alcohol. News from BC tomorrow on the News Hour.
Closed captioning of the Vancouver Grizzlies is presented by Internet Direct. Get the net with Internet Direct.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of the NBA.
Vancouver finds themselves down by 1 point going to the fourth period. Right now, let's check out our Blackcomb extreme effort. Sherman Douglas, the smallest man on the floor at 6 feet tall. Watch him. Avich, 6'9". Big Country, 7 feet. He sneaks them all. And he goes around and scores for our Blackcomb extreme effort thus far in the game.
Rise and shine.
You're so obnoxious.
Obnoxious, but employed.
What are we gonna eat?
Here, gotta run.
Kellogg's Nutri-Grain cereal bars, now in cherry. Delicious crust with whole grain oats bursting with real fruit filling. So great tasting it's hard to believe they're low in fat.
I'd eat this on my way to work.
Or to an interview?
Can you get me one?
Kellogg's Nutri-Grain bars, now in cherry. Good food on the go.
As kids, they were the best of enemies.
Hi, Fang.
Hiya, Davy.
Now, 20 years later,
Guy is flicking peas at me. Are you on medication or something?
look how far they've come.
Remember, still I get to it with.
Rick Moranis, Tom Arnold.
What are you gonna do, style my hair?
Get ready to laugh till it burns.
Have a nice trip.
Big Bully.
Starts Friday, January 26th at a theater near you.
Vancouver with a 4-point lead. That rim you see is a good 10 feet off the floor. And Eric Murdoch floated one beautifully up in the air for our Sears. Slam dunk. Mobley caught it. Mobley jammed it. And smacked Benoit Benjamin in the face. Well, as we check out the matchup of those two, Benjamin and Reeves, it is really in Brian Reeves' favor. And a blocking foul will be called against Eric Murdoch.
What's Reeves got? 20 points and 8 rebounds. To Benoit Benjamin, 6 points and 5 rebounds. Geez, I wonder who's winning the battle on that one, huh, folks? Now you know why Big Country was given the starting spot when Benoit Benjamin had to be traded so he can let Big Country develop like that.
They're giving him a rest. Robinson.
Yes,
I mean, Mike Dunleavy is a very good friend.
Right.
This is an organization that he played for 8 years.
And it's also a good momentum builder going into Chicago on Wednesday, baby.
No question.
You need every bit of help you can get going into the United Center.
They've got Sean Respert in the game. He misses. Big Country with the rebound. He'll get fouled. And for Brian Reeves, that is 10 rebounds. He has a double-double.
Talk about that Big Country spreading his board, expanding his borders that time. He went up there and just gobbled that rebound in.
He's trying to guard his smile, but it's coming through now.
Loosen up, baby. You got a big win tonight. This is a great win for your team.
Well, Big Country is our Pontiac player of the game. 21 points, 10 rebounds.
It means he gets a free Pontiac?
No.
No?
It means he gets to ride in the bus to Chicago with us tonight.
Oh, he doesn't get a Pontiac from Milwaukee to Chicago, huh? That'd be a nice little
he does have his 8th double-double of the year. 21 points, 10 rebounds. He's not shot his foul shots well.
Yeah. That'll get better, though. He's got a nice soft touch, a nice rotation on the ball. That'll get better.
He's given the Grizzlies a 6-point lead. Lee Mayberry down the floor quickly, looking for a three. He'll cut inside and get it out to Vin Baker, who misses the three.
5 seconds
and Greg
to go.
Anthony has it, and here comes Mobley to finish this game.
Yeah. Little exclamation mark there said, that's what you get for trading me. I love it, baby. Big E's having a good time tonight. Big E and Little Lee, look at him, just celebrating in the middle of the floor.
This, Michael, is the best I have seen Vancouver play all year long, and smiles all around. The 4 former Milwaukee Bucks, Eric Mobley, Eric Murdoch, Anthony Avent, and Blue Edwards, and one more old Milwaukee Buck who played here for 8 years and has his number hanging from the rafters. Brian Winters enjoying a 192 win over his former team, the Milwaukee Bucks. We'll come back and talk more about this exciting contest as we leave you from Bradley Center for just a couple of minutes for these important messages.
Versus New Jersey, Friday, February 2nd.
That's kind of a nice final score. Vancouver wins their 9th game this year, 100-92 is our final here at the Bradley Center as Brian Winters, the Hall of Famer here in Milwaukee, comes home and enjoys this one. Steve Physiak along with Michael Thompson. Everybody contributed in this game. They took care of the basketball on offense, executed their game plan, and on defense, I've never seen them better.
Well, they played smart, and folks, they're going to need this game. This is a practice game going into Wednesday's game against the Chicago Bulls, because they definitely will have to take care of the ball there and use their heads and take advantage of whatever the Chicago Bulls give them. So this is a good way to practice heading into Chicago for the ultimate test against the best team in basketball right now. But you got to be pleased with this game. Like you said, they took care of the ball. They did all the things that I told them to do, and they won the game. I'll take credit for it.
Unbelievable. What do you say we take a look at our Pontiac player of the game again, and that is Brian Reeves, who had a marvelous contest with like 22 points in the night.
Yeah, the big fella really did well. He just took his time in the low post. He realized that for Terry Cummings and even Vin Baker and even Benoit Benjamin, they just didn't have the beef to be able to match up with him inside, and with his soft touch, he just moves around in there, real poised with the good moves. Look at that soft. I mean, that's a floating shot across the lane away from Vin Baker, the defensive player. He has a nice little flip that just pops it right in there.
Our stats show this. Grizzlies shooting 49%. That's very strong for a team that is 43%, worst in the NBA. 48% for the Milwaukee Bucks. They were 0 of 9 from three-point range, while the Grizzlies made half of theirs. 34 free throw attempts. We told you the numbers there, and they were +4 in rebounding. And like you said, they also helped control Vin Baker and Glenn Robinson for much of the night. Yes, they contributed 40 points. Robinson only got 16, though. Baker hard-earned 24. And then on the other side, Country has 22, and our Nike leading scorers also have Anthony and Blue with outstanding games. We will come back with more of this game as the man who wore number 32 for 8 years, Brian Winters, now coach of Vancouver, enjoyed this one.
For the kids.
100-92 the final score. The Grizzlies beat the Milwaukee Bucks, and they have their 9th victory of the year 1996. Our next broadcast will be the Chicago Bulls, 5:30 on BCTV. That means Michael Jordan, one of the great players of the NBA's history. And you might remember the game on November 30th that he had against Vancouver at General Motors Place. Let's relive that contest again. Shot clock is winding down to 6. Martin throws it up, and he got it! Oh, my goodness!
And they got him stare at Michael Jordan over there after he makes the move. Gave Jordan a little look
this. Look at Jordan looking like,
You know what he's saying?
What's he saying?
Just wait.
Yeah, that's right. We got another quarter to go is what he's saying, guys.
The Grizzlies lead is 6, 70-64 when Michael Jordan comes back in. Here's Jordan.
Keep him in front of you, Byron. Keep him in front of you. That's okay.
He looked at the scores table as if, okay, we're making a comeback right now. Jordan sneaking around Byron. Got it with the left hand. Jordan. He's got 8 straight points for Chicago, and the Bulls have tied the game at 79. Pippen to Jordan. He's defended by Byron Scott. There's the fade. Oh, baby, he's killing it.
Jordan does it again.
Wow, he's unbelievable. Man, does that guy ever have it right? The team struggled for a while, but when they needed points, it was MJ who got it for him. And that's why he's like a rock star in a big-time concert.
Strides in the game.
Fantastic. Getting by position. 27 for Michael Jordan. Almost got knocked off. Jordan with the steal. Jordan with the slam.
Doesn't he know the game's over? Why doesn't he relax?
Hey, he's a performer. And he performed in big-time style tonight. In the fourth quarter, Michael Jordan with 19 of his 29 points to bring his club back from 8 down to a victory over the Vancouver Grizzlies tonight. And Michael, it was one of those games where he was very average for about 43 minutes, and I think fans of British Columbia were sitting on their hands saying, what's the big deal? And then when he went off, he showed them what the big deal was.
I mean, that was, I've seen Michael Jordan do so many things over the years, folks, but that was like just vintage Michael Jordan. I mean, like you said, he was just going through the motions for the first 3.5 quarters. Derek Martin said something to him. Michael just sort of said, okay, we'll see when I get back out there. The game was tight. And he said, he looked up at the scoreboard and just said, okay, it's time to win. And he just took over from there. It was just a thing of beauty to see. And tomorrow night, Wednesday night, I'm sure we'll be seeing some more vintage Jordan, but hopefully not too much.
Well, he is something special. You know, even though they've got to worry about Michael Jordan, the Bulls then, Brian Winters has to enjoy this one for tonight. He saw 37 points from former Buck players. And he saw a final score of 100-92 as the Grizzlies beat the Milwaukee Bucks in this basketball game. And they win their 9th game of the year as they're moving on up in the NBA rankings. Greg Anthony had a fine game with 18 points. He also dished ahead to Eric Mobley, who came through with one of the great dunks of the year. For Michael Thompson, I'm Steve Physiak saying so long from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
It's TV for me.
Enough wiping. Okay. 1996 is leap year, so your Toyota BC dealers are bringing back the jump. You should jump on the 96 Corolla SD Plus with $400 in no-charge options like driver's side airbag, power steering, and AM/FM cassette. Leasing now from just $259 a month or purchase from just $15,665. See your Toyota BC dealer today. Smart people, smart deals. Don't try that. They're professionals.